Hello collective, welcome to the channel. It is September 23rd, 2025, and I'm back with another break time message. There's something about, or it sounds like someone is saying that this curator's intelligence is artificial. He's been hijacking the consciousness of divine beings and claiming their source connection, messaging, and knowledge as his own. It doesn't actually belong to him, it's stolen intellectual property. He's conversing with another masculine who is saying, I get married for it. So it's like this person is going to be married, and they're going to get a house, land, money, and whatever they need to support this family that they will be creating. The curator doesn't want families coming together. He doesn't like the idea of family and family trees, generational, familial health and wealth. He does not want strong, potent family trees being sovereign. He wants the wealth to divvy it out sparingly, while folks just F around, play around, and not be responsible for what they do in their own life or how they affect others' lives. They just want to be an F-boy or an F-girl and follow the orders of this curator. He doesn't want sovereign beings. This masculine who is saying that he gets married for it seems to have been offered a house and land for gaining a wife and participating in the advancement of humanity, the next generation of people. It sounds like he just wants to party. They are in Camp Lust, spilling the beans on plans for family in Camp Love. They're planning a crime. Blame it on ... So they want to frame this woman's protector, her spiritual spouse. He is a war hero, an absolute phenomenal protector, dedicated to research and truth, dedicated to loyalty and love. And these ones want to plan a crime and blame it on him, to frame him, to convict him of a false crime so that they can get him out of her energy, to destroy her protection so that they can then sacrifice her and claim her wealth, her position, her territory, her influence. And they want to bury her mate under a phenomenal amount of suffering. These ones will need to be located and evicted from the territory, their opportunity retracted. They're planning a crime with the enemy. This is a Judas F-boy who's pretending that he will do... All it is, man, is loving your wife and your children and raising decent human beings so that the human race can continue. That's all that is being asked in exchange for this wealth and abundance. And he's over there in Camp Lust planning a crime to frame this war hero so that they can get rid of this woman's protector and claim her territory and her status and the gifts that God has bestowed upon her for surviving their impossible life path. A tremendous amount of torturous suffering she went through to get this wealth, and she's giving it away. All she's asking for is marriage, faithful, loyal, loving production of the next generation of humans. They may be planning a terrorist activity and blame it on one of these people. They are a traitor. They're friends with the slave trader of humans and their life force vitality. Once these ones receive an opportunity in the territory of love and they continue to collaborate with this buyer and seller of human life force, this thief of others' hard-earned rewards, the opportunity ought to be revoked. They don't really want a family. They don't want to be a leader of a family, of a household. They don't want to be responsible for raising good, moral, ethical, powerful, sovereign beings. They feel a way about the mother figure here, tending to their needs. They don't want to receive the gift. They want her enslaved, forced to serve, not freely sharing her God-given rewards. They want to claim her and then force her to give to them as they see fit. These ones are communicating and devising a plan to accuse and convict this woman's partner and protector so that they can trap her and claim this territory, this wealth, and her life force vitality. This life force vitality of this woman who has been liberated was the source of their power in the first place. They gambled with her, they fumbled her, she has been liberated and lifted, led back into an ascension by God, and then received reward that she is giving away for the continuation of the human race and dedication to it. These Judases have to be sorted out. They represent a security threat in the community of love, and they represent a threat to a new way of life and the continuation of the human race and the love that is filling their heart and their soul, their spirit. They're working to destroy this future potential for strong familial bloodlines. These masculines, all they got to do is get married, love their spouse and their children, raise good moral humans, teach them to be powerful sovereign beings. And rather than do that and continue the human race, they want to go do as this curator slave trader tells them to. They're not interested in creating a powerful bloodline for their own self. They just want to be this person's water boy, gopher boy, whatever. The curator only wants selected families to have opportunity, and this woman is giving it to everybody who is willing to love and to honor their spouse and their home and their children. So that Mexican woman who has agreed to betray humanity and help this curator is apparently part of or leading a crime syndicate. So that would, I guess, explain why she doesn't seem to care. They can't get anything out of her, one masculine stated. So I don't know if they're interrogating a feminine and they're trying to get information out of her, and they're not able to. But last night, for me, there was a major cramping in the legs, in the feet, and pain like sandpaper on the bones and in the joints of the body. Myself, I calmed my nervous system and I just observed the pain rather than react to it or be affected by it. It was really intense, very, very uncomfortable, like sandpaper on the bones. An incredible feeling. One masculine said something about the hospital. They want somebody in the hospital. They want this woman in the hospital. They want to commit damage to her temple so that she has to go get care, because once she's in there and sedated or whatever, they can inject her with whatever they want and they can shut down the light body of her temple. I love that, a feminine said. Sounded like that she was being told a plan or whatever, and she loved the plan. Some of these brutalizers don't realize the depths of hell that God has pulled you up from and out of. They don't realize the friends that you made while you were suffering in this shadow realm. They don't understand the suffering that you have endured or the strength that has been imbued by you. The endurance, the resilience, the perseverance, the strong, stubborn will, and the refusal to give up your life, no matter how difficult or traumatizing, torturous these ones make it. Some are in love with the idea of destroying you and taking everything that God has rewarded you with for surviving the suffering, for being patient during the suffering, and remaining loving, honest, and true. You were innocent. And these brutalizers forced you to carry their blame and their shame for the crimes that they were committing. They were not yours. This karmic debt was not yours. This isn't a game, and this isn't a competition. We can't have Judases in the territory of love crossing the half-court line, working with the slave trader to commit crimes in the territory of love, and try to frame divine masculines and divine feminines for a crime, for lust, for of another. This magic bullshit that they place in the sacred, sacral essence with their forbidden magic. We can't have betrayers of this new opportunity to be present in this territory of love and try to foul it for everybody else. So while I am sorry that this is what they have chosen to SHIT on their new opportunity, they have also chosen to lose it, to throw it away. The moment they decided to share information and collaborate for sabotage of a divine being with this slave trader, they have rejected their opportunity in the land of love. May there be a complete and thorough investigation and immediate ejection of these betrayers still collaborating with the RAPISTS and human traffickers. It's sad that this new opportunity is so new and they haven't even tried, man, before they decided to betray it. Love has plans, and these Judases have taken those plans to lust's camp so that they can collaborate together and commit crimes with the intention of sabotaging and framing people in the land of love. If they want to be a whore, they can just go be a whore. They don't need to destroy others' opportunity to proliferate life and be responsible stewards of it. What you ought to do is, someone is talking to the curator, and they've got all kinds of plans, all kinds of fellas coming over from love's camp to concoct some kind of criminal framework. They don't want the offer of this woman, this mother, this empress. They want to claim it. They don't want her gift. They're mad that God gave it to her, that she survived their brutality, that God rewarded her for surviving it. She's trying to give it away, but these ones just want to hurt her and then claim it for their own. And it doesn't belong to them. They hate the mother and her family. They hate God. These masculines are talking. It's urgent. They have to do something. They're trying to display a woman in the media as though she is a divine feminine, but she's just an actress reading a script and following the plan of a dominator tyrant. She isn't a sovereign being. She's a puppet speaking pre-recorded words. They would never allow a free-thinking and sovereign divine feminine to take stage. They would never allow her to be up there and freely influence according to the song in her own soul. They don't allow free-speaking entities. They would never approve their opportunity for creating content or being an influence. It's all carefully scripted with the intent to gain following, to gain servants, to gain loyalty, to gain the energy and the support from people who want to play their game. This divine feminine doesn't play games or read from a script. She's authentic and transparent. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful are all revealed for everybody to see. She's not hiding anything. She's an actual sovereign, original, powerful being, a chosen one of God who survived the impossible path, the worst, torturous stuff this curator and his RAPist friends could put on her in the shadow realm was put on her, and she made it out anyway. Decades, lifetimes, centuries of suffering, and she was liberated. There's a masculine that is saying that something or someone is fundamental, and he's telling someone else to be careful. Someone's saying that they don't care if da-da-da-da-da-da. They've gone off the deep end, and they don't give a crap about anything except hurting others and taking away their opportunity to live a life that they have earned, a good life. They hate it. There's something about auto maintenance and it being operational. These stalker masculines can't stop talking of this woman's energy. This powerful energy is what gave them the authority that they experienced all these thousands of years anyway. And they fumbled her, they lost her, they took a gamble, and they failed. These vampiric parasites are wanting to regain control of this power source. They need it in order to be effective illusionists and controllers of the chattel. That's the message that I have for you, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.